it's amazing. I'm the reason everybody fired up this evening.
Here we are now at part 2. I'm assuming at this point you have a fully formatted and edited document or manuscript. If you need any help with that, you can always go back to part 1 of the series and get a few pointers. You might still be missing your ISBN on your copyright page at this point, but that's not much to worry about right now. Now, for what we're about to do, what you need is a PDF printer. If you have a registered copy of Adobe Professional 5 and up, then it's simple, it's straightforward. All you have to do is right-click on your Word document, and you should see an option that says Convert to Adobe PDF. Select it, and you're done. That's convenient, but let's say you don't have that as a choice. There must be some other options out there, and the good thing is there are, and the other good side to that is most of them are free. The one I've stuck with for the last 3 years or so since I've started this process is Primo PDF. Now, like I said, it's a free product, so that really is a plus. One thing you have to know is a PDF file is not a text document, but a variation of image files, and they aren't really ideal for a lot of ebook readers out there. There are other ways to convert your PDF to try and make it more compatible, but we're only going to be using this document for printing, not e-publishing. So the options that are available through Primo PDF are exactly what we need. You'll see an ebook option, but it only differentiates between the quality of your printed PDF, and since size isn't really a factor, I just suggest using the prepress option. In your document file, follow your regular steps to print. For most, that's opening the file menu, then selecting the print option. Once you get to the print interface, select your printer. Since you've installed Primo PDF, it'll show up in the names in the drop-down menu. After selecting it as your printer from the list, go to Scale to Paper Size and select Custom Page Size. You'll have to set your custom page size beforehand, as going through the Properties option in the printing interface will not change the custom page size. What you need to do if you're in Windows is go to your Start menu, go to Control Panel, and in your Control Panel, go to your Hardware and Sound option, and select View Devices and Printers. Once the screen comes up, find the Primo PDF printer, right-click on the printer, and select Printing Options. Then look for the Advanced button and click it. In the next interface, go to Paper Size, and in the drop-down menu, set the page to Custom Size. Then click the Edit Custom Size button. The only thing you need to change is the width and height. If you remember from step 1 in our book size was 5 by 8 inches. So that's the size we'll set for our outputted PDF. Once that's done, go back to your document, go through the process of printing, and remember to select Primo PDF in the printing names. In the Scale to Paper Size menu, remember to set the PostScript custom paper size. Once you've set your options, press print. Make sure Primo PDF isn't open, as sending the document to print will open the Primo PDF interface. Go to the part of the interface where it says Send To. If you have a specific folder in mind, you can choose that option, but it won't allow you to change the name of the outputted file. I'm going to use the Ask When Creating PDF option. If there is already a file in the folder that has the same name as the document you're trying to save, you have 3 options. Cancel and try a new file location, or append, which means the document you're currently printing will be added to the end of the already printed PDF with the same name. This is useful if you want to merge 2 or more files. That includes images, so it leaves you with the option to place your book cover image into the PDF. Since the purpose of what we're trying to do is to send your file to print, that's not something you have to really worry about right now. But if you do that, remember that the documents that you do print will appear in the order they're printed and appended in the outputted PDF. I'll select the third option, which is Overwrite, and that pretty much does what it says. It replaces the older file with the newer one. Once the process is completed, Primo PDF will close itself. You can choose in the post-process drop-down menu to open the PDF, or once it's completed to do nothing. I like leaving it to do nothing as my personal preference. Now all I have to do is go to the folder I saved the file in and open it, and there you have it, a ready-to-print PDF. Before I finish off this part of the tutorial, I want to say a quick thing on book covers. If you aren't confident in your design ability or comfortable in some form of design program, say for example Photoshop or even Paint for that matter, then book cover design isn't something you should really get into. This is one part of the process, especially if your goal is retail, that I would recommend outsourcing. If you still want to make an attempt, then I'll leave a link in the description that details the dimensions, and then you can go ahead and fool around to your heart's content. But as I said, there you have it, a ready-to-print PDF, and it's that simple.
It's amazing, I'm the reason everybody fired up this evening.